Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the world-famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
How's everybody doing? Happy Monday to you. Here we are, back again. Kill Tony. Hi, everybody. Okie dokie, we lost you. It's good to be here. It's a live audience, as always. Hi, Brian.
Hi, how you doing?
Red Band is here, everybody. Come on.
Yeah.
I just flew in from New York City today. I had an amazing weekend there. I did some crazy stuff, and I performed at the Borgata in Atlantic City. But I flew in today, and I fly out tomorrow night because Brian and I are going to Toronto, everybody.
Yeah.
I get another 6-hour flight.
That's ridiculous. Why didn't you just stay in New York for a day?
Because I'm obsessed with this show. I swear to God, I flew in just for this from across the country.
That's crazy.
I was on a fucking plane all day. I'm obsessed with it. I'm convinced that this is one of the best shows in all of comedy. I'm convinced. And I think some other people are convinced.
I'm convinced.
We've already sold hundreds of tickets. We are so close to selling out. Toronto, Friday night, Kill Tony in a fucking theater.
Yeah.
Toronto. The show you're at right now, you lucky 28 people. The gleaming 28 have no idea how exciting Friday is going to be. But this is our, I guess we would call this a practice run for Friday, even though it never changes, and
right.
It's just a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, because it's just plug it in, and we already know what to do.
Yeah. So if any of you want to get a flight to Toronto, if you like tonight's show, you can get one and be there on Friday night, so you can double up. We are also roasting Ron Jeremy on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
I've been doing my research on him, been watching some of his old porn. Pretty disturbing shit. He gives hope to, I guess, fat, hairy guys that have big dicks, so I'm on board.
He is an animal. I wrote a few already. Would you guys like to be the only ones to know some of the jokes that I'm going to... All right. Well, it's in Toronto, so I'm going to say Ron hasn't been this far north since Vietnam. It's a little bit of a thinker. Think about it for a second. I know we're just getting into the show. How about this one? Ron Jeremy's been in the game a while. He's seen it go from hairy to landing strip to shaved, and that's just his back. Ron's dad was a physicist, and his mom was a book editor. Whoever said the apple doesn't fall far from the tree hasn't seen Ron Jeremy's descended testicles. A little bit of a thinker too. Most of these are going to be farther in the lineup when the crowd's already hot, which is basically the opposite of you guys. So if it's working on you, now the only thing that's hard about him is his arteries. I got an applause break on that. He played a plumber in many of his movies, but he looks like the kind of guy that doesn't flush. Oh, here's a good one. You know, he's like fat. It's Ron Jeremy. You got to picture him on the stage, okay? Just let him sit there. I actually no, they'll be behind.
Yeah, they'll be a little
so
bit.
Close. I like your excitement, guys. Fuck.
I have one. It says.
Here, why don't you, Josh? I'm sorry for you listeners that are hearing this. Yeah, why don't you pull one more chair up here? So it's better when people are towards the front than the back. Josh seats this place like it's a fucking airplane. The back. It's like, all right, fuck it. Thanks, Josh, for listening. So you picture fat Ron Jeremy on stage, right? How about this one? You know, Ron, you didn't have to eat all those pizzas you fake delivered.
That's the best one right there.
Yeah, that's a big one. Of course, if people didn't down 12 inches of greasy mess, you wouldn't have a career. See, that's what we call a tag. That'll come right after that joke with that conversation in the middle. Let me ask you guys this. Do you know the thing that Ron Jeremy is notoriously cheap? Have you guys heard that before, or is that a not known thing to complete strangers?
Never heard that.
Not really, right? It's such a known thing for people that know him, so. But it's good to know. That's exactly why I asked. He's the only guy that cuts his Viagra with Propecia. That's a really good one. But that mustache is great, or as he calls it, his cold sore umbrella. I love his movies, though. I give them 2 lotion-covered thumbs up. All right, I can't close with that one.
I think you should close with the pizza one.
Ron, I didn't know you could get fat from eating ass.
Damn, dude. I need to start this writing
Well,
thing.
no,
It's
you
way-
just
I have push to unlock.
Dustin Diamond's going to be there, Screech,
Oh.
from Saved by the Bell. Screech, every time I watch Saved by the Bell, I think to myself, why couldn't there be a school shooting back then? See, this is the kind of thunder. These are just my notes for Wednesday. I'm so excited to get not my hands on Ron Jeremy, but I can't wait to talk shit about him.
I should take this a little bit more seriously.
I'm still convinced you should do some fun performance piece where you just like do something, it breaks up the tone of the roast.
Yeah.
Like,
what-
you should just go up there and tell the truth.
Yeah.
To Ron Jeremy about how he's probably changed your life. Like, I'd imagine Ron Jeremy is like your Buddha.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, tell me,
I
Master.
picture a little Indian-style Ron Jeremy, like, over your fireplace. That'd be a great work of art, by the way. Who wouldn't want a Ron Jeremy Buddha?
None of us does.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Or else he would definitely be selling them.
Right.
I'm going to do something a little goofy tonight. We've had Jeff Richards perform here, one of our favorite people, and he played a few songs for us over a few episodes. I'm going to do something fun like that tonight, because I saw this guy before a roast battle here a couple weeks ago, and I've seen him actually a few times. He plays music. He's a comedian that plays music. Put your hands together for him. I think he's hilarious, so I asked him to come by. It's Pat Regan, everybody. Josh, is he good? Heck yeah, Pat Regan, everyone.
Sitting on my bedroom floor, feeling so alone. Black out all the windows and disconnect the phone. No one calls me anyways, no one even cares. I could disappear like a ghost in a graveyard. Open up the dresser drawer where I keep my gun. The cold black steel looks up at me like shadows at the sun. I load it up with bullets and I down a glass of rum. It burns my throat, but that's okay, 'cause it numbs the pain. Crying like a newborn child, my hands they shake with fear. I think it's what I have to do, but I'm not thinking clear. I close my eyes and count to 3 and draw one final breath. Then I put the handgun in my mouth, and guess what happens next? I suck the gun like a dick. 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 Gobble, 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 yum, 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 yum. I want this 38 to shoot a load across my tongue. My troubles are forgotten, 'cause I'm having so much fun sucking this gun like a dick.
Fuck yes! Thank you. The stylings of Pat Regan. Thank you so much, Pat. That was fucking awesome. Wow. I love that.
That was awesome.
Fucking Pat Regan. One more time for Pat Regan. Come on. What I love about him, so many funny songs that I hear, the music is terrible. And I'm such a big music fan that I always hear the music, and even though what they're saying is funny, Like, I just can't get over that the music's bad. But with Pat, the music's actually good.
Oh, yeah, it was-
and you almost forget that it's about to get funny, and then it just hits you in the head.
I had no idea it was going to go funny. I thought, oh, this is just a nice romantic song.
I definitely got scared for a second because I'm like, wait a second. I remember. I hope he knows. This
is a comedy club?
No, he does. I
Okay.
know that. But for a second, I thought maybe just for a second he's gonna play a real song.
Right. That's what I thought.
It's not gonna get
I
funny.
totally thought that. I was like, is this a Dylan
Next
song?
thing
Is
you
it
know,
covered?
he's sucking a gun like a dick.
And-
Pat Regan.
That's awesome.
Every week we only have one sponsor. She's the great Elise Lane, sitting right over there, everybody. Every listener of the show should follow her on everything. She's Elise Lane on Twitter, ELYSELAIN, and she's the girl with the pan on Instagram and Facebook. Look at this, everybody. This is the type of high-quality gourmet food that we get to eat every week because Elise is a recipe checker. Nope. That is a person who checks recipes for chefs that are writing cookbooks. She makes sure that they're good. That's her job. Think about that for a second. Soak it in. Think about what you do for a living. All right. So every week she makes us a meal, and this week's no different. I used to read what she would make for us every week to make the listeners hungry and hire an executive chef. You know what I mean? But then I realized, wouldn't it be more fun if the runaround producer of the show, the great Josh Martin, read it every week? And for the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've been playing a game because Josh has a speech impediment. So if Josh can't read the recipe without stopping or pausing or stuttering, if he gets all the way through it, then he doesn't get hit in the nuts. This is Will Josh Get Hit in the Nuts by Brian Redband. Josh just has to read the recipe one time the whole way through. Now, if at any point he stumbles, Brian hits him in the nuts. Monday night, do you think you can handle that type of entertainment? Now, see, we have to save this for only Fridays and Saturdays. These people can't handle it. Wait, Monday night? You think you could handle watching a comedy situation where this guy might get hit in the nuts? Well then, all right, as soon as I hand it to you, you have to start reading. We're not doing any of this. You get to study it first shit, okay? You ready? Are you guys ready?
I gotta get really confident.
Here you go. Josh Martin, everybody. There it goes.
Okay, tonight's meal, roasted red and golden beet salad with baby kale, goat cheese, toasted almonds, and olive oil, marinated chicken breast, marinated in supercalifragilistic. I don't think this is marinated in supercalifragilistic.
I wrote that last part.
Good job, Josh.
Elise wrote the recipe. He made it all the way through the recipe. After she handed it to me, I'll just read what's written here. Roasted red and golden beet salad with a baby kale, goat cheese, toasted almonds, olive oil, marinated chicken breast, marinated in supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is the part that I wrote in.
What's so funny is that his stutter or his speech impediment, you could almost not understand what he was saying. He just wasn't pausing. It was just like... It's like,
Roasted red and golden beet salad.
was like Ari
making noise.
It was like Ari Shaffir sucking a dick. That's what it sounded like.
Why would that? How do you know what that sounds like?
Because Ari on stage kind of has like a. So anyways, I was
Oh yeah,
he's sucking a dick.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Fuck yeah, a little deep cut. Ari Shaffir. Obsessed for you people with Ari Shaffir posters on your walls. Well, every week we also have a head of security that keeps us safe, keeps an eye on us. This is one of our very favorite patriots. Put your hands together for him, everybody. It's Kevin Lee Light, Jesus Patriot. A lot of hosts of shows don't have Jesus Christ keeping them safe during the show. My show, I give you Jesus Christ. The fucking resurrection, as always. Kevin, how's it going?
I'm excited to be here. You always have a good time. Thanks for having me.
You're right. We always do have a good time. Look at that. Kevin Lee Lights.
How old are these gloves?
The gloves are probably...
about a year.
Yeah.
How many people have worn them?
About 70.
Oh. Thanks.
Anything crazy happened this weekend? You are West Hollywood Jesus, for those of you that don't know, but all of you should. He's been in many movies, music videos. He's a regular treat to see around here at the Comedy Store, a favorite of many of the funny comedians here that have taken the moment to chat with him. Super cool guy. But you're always in West Hollywood. This is a crazy weekend in West Hollywood. I was in New York City, so I missed crazy West Hollywood Halloween. What did you see? Anything?
We had a rainstorm. We had 500,000 people out in the street.
It rained here on Halloween? You fucking losers.
Yeah.
Should have been in New York City. I ended up in the middle of the parade.
Yeah. I was in
Really?
Vegas.
I'll just say it. Me and Jeff Ross and his cousin, we jumped the barricade, and we just became part of the parade. We were just walking with everything. Fucking million people, by the way. Their parade is, I thought, yeah, they say, like, you know, West Hollywood has a big everything. They tell you this shit when you live here, but the truth is New York City just dwarfs us.
It dwarfs this?
Everything. Yes.
They called this one a parade, but I didn't see anybody parading. I saw them standing around. Did they actually parade?
Oh,
in New York?
It was a parade, and there's huge, giant floats. Most of them playing Thriller, by the way. A lot of people didn't get very creative with their Halloween New York floats. I mean, I get it. Thriller's a big one, and basically, it's pretty blatant that these floats are just people on ecstasy listening to Thriller while going by a bunch of people. Like, they're dancing, but you can see in their eyes, like, this slight fear of, like, what the fuck am I doing? They didn't really realize they'd be on a moving live show for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. I was knee deep in cocaine and ecstasy in Vegas, so I could have helped.
You were really?
Yeah.
You were in Vegas for Halloween?
Yeah.
Wow. Never rains in Vegas.
No, it didn't. It was very nice. Sat by the pool during the day and then spent a lot of money on drugs all night.
So if it was raining, then everybody was probably like slammed in venues and places, right? What were you doing?
Well, it sounded like you both had a lot more fun than I did. New York and Vegas. Everybody ran. It was as though a lion were chasing a herd of antelope. Everybody just scattered. And it didn't just rain. It poured, and it didn't give a warning.
Wow.
Everybody was just standing there, and all of a sudden, boom, it came down. So it was a fun show watching everybody head for cover. The folks who were too drunk just kind of stood there. And
do you dress up for Halloween, or do you just stick with Jesus? I mean, every day's Halloween for you, right?
Every day is Christmas.
Right.
So,
He dresses up as the devil on Halloween. That would be awesome.
well, I think maybe in the
That
first
would
year,
be great.
Right, I posed with a lot of devils and a few Jesuses, some black Jesuses this year as well.
Ooh, a black Jesus?
A bunch of black Jesuses.
Wow.
It's a big year for black Jesus.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Were there any white people doing blackface Jesus?
No, but Pete C. suggested that I shoe polish my face, and that if I didn't, I was really off my game.
I wonder if Pete C knows that they make makeup now, and you wouldn't have to use actual shoe polish. That's an interesting suggestion. Hey, man, you should totally gasoline your eyes for, I'm pretty sure they have
Well, he
contacts.
does it the old way. We used to do it in the Midwest. which is
Right. Ohio.
Shoe polish.
Yeah.
We meet up at the meetings and
Right.
stuff.
I have face cancer, and I don't know why. Guys, we have such an exciting show lined up for you. You ready to meet your guests tonight? Put your hands together for the great Paul Provenza and Matt Fulchiron.
Yeah, that's right, Chuck, man. That's what you gotta do. You got to tell them just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome. Paul's first time, Matt's second time on the show. I'm super excited to have you guys here.
Special night.
Heck yeah. Matt, you and I have been barking along at the Comedy Store here since I started, so that's been 7.5 years.
It's
and
one of my favorite things to do is
Yeah.
bark like a dog while someone's killing on stage.
Yeah.
You know?
it's-
So somebody might get that treatment tonight.
Yeah. That is the
That's
sound
you'll
you
warm
want
up
to
to
hear.
it, don't worry.
If you're killing downstairs in the original room and you hear that, it's a double confirm that you're killing, because that means you're killing with Fulchiron.
And it feels like you're killing on Arsenio.
It's very Arsenio. Very Arsenio.
It's like Arsenio Fantasy Camp.
And,
you do this too? You do this as well?
Nah, just the bark.
You're
Just the
making it your
bark.
own. Making it your own. That's
Yeah.
good.
And Paul, I had a blast with you at the Traverse City Comedy
Way
Fest.
too much fun.
Yeah.
Way too much fun.
Sinbad was there.
Sinbad was kicking ass.
And Dave Holmes. Wait, no.
Pete Holmes.
No, it was who's the
Josh Holm?
No, the guy that
John
pulled down his pants during set list.
Oh, Dave Foley.
Dave Foley. Oh my God.
That's right, Dave Foley committing a felony of some kind. Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, unbelievable. A Winterfest.
The Winterfest.
So fun.
Freezing
And,
cold, middle of the mountains.
You have one of
and
my
they come out like crazy for the shows.
You have one of my favorite shows that I ever get to regularly do, and that's a set list.
You are
That's your
always
baby.
welcome at Setlist. That is the creation of evil genius Troy Conrad.
And you, right?
I just basically protect it. I make
I
sure
love
that
it.
somebody doesn't come along and fuck it up.
I love it. Perfect.
Great fun, isn't
Well,
it?
you're doing a great job
It's
because it is
actually-
the best.
It's a lot like I love the impulse behind this. You guys are actually like really doing work on this
Yeah.
show.
It's fun.
Which is great. It's real inside comedy, real like process, and that's the fun part of Setlist too.
Yeah.
Was this
I'm
something
excited.
I said?
No.
Is that Doug Stanhope?
Yeah, it is. Put your hands together for Doug Stanhope, everybody. Doug, you want to come up and play with us?
You want to come up and
with
play?
us?
Doug Stanhope is here.
Heck yeah. What's up, Doug? Good to see you, buddy. Kevin, if you have to say anything, just raise your hand and we'll send a mic down to you.
Yeah.
Thanks a bunch.
We're going to stick with the funny people on this one, Jesus. Sorry. But you look great. You are the best set decoration. What do you think about Jesus Christ over there, Doug?
I hate that
Beautiful.
everybody's doing Christmas so fucking early these days.
Have you ever gotten to perform this close to Jesus?
Usually not before November 31st.
I think that was my question. I had no answer, so field them for me. Early in my cocktails. Please go ahead.
I love
Your
it.
presentation.
How's the night going, Doug? You having fun?
It's very good. Very good so far.
Thanks for swinging by. We're just getting started. We haven't had one comedian up yet.
You still don't.
I know. Yeah. But you know how the show goes. Comedians, you guys get 60 seconds. You perform for 60 seconds. You know 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. You better wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. There you have it. That's what it sounds like. A lot of noise on that one.
It's like a morning zoo show.
Yeah, it is. It's getting there. Oppity oppity. It's Big Mike and the Angry West Hollywood Bear in the morning.
And now here's Sydney with traffic.
Heck yeah. All right, let's see what happens here. Your first comedian doing a minute tonight goes by the name of Kevin Devore.
Thank you. So I was cleaning my apartment the other week naked, and caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I didn't really like what I saw. So I've been hitting the gym a lot lately. Don't worry, the results are still pending. So I've been working on that a little bit. But there's nothing I hate in the world more than people who take gym selfies because it's the most vain thing you can do. Like, how dare you make me feel inadequate, self-conscious, vulnerable, and longing all at the same time. Those are some conflicting emotions. I don't like that. But you always see them in front of the mirror posted up with their phone acting like they're checking it, like with a half smirk. Got it. That'll go sick on Instagram later. Posted up with some nice hashtag puns like Quadzilla, Shreddification, Armageddon, kill yourself. Please do us all a favor. We can't stand that anymore. But the comments are always worse, so it'll start out with a nice shredded bro, just looking so shredded, which will move on to point out a physicality such as nice delts bro, hitting those traps too, I see, which will move on to inevitably land at nice dick bro, that's a really solid dick, which is never an autograph.
Wow. The bear was so mad, I think it ate a few puppies
Yeah.
at the end of that.
So mad.
Furious bear.
You can skip the whole beginning,
Yeah.
where you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and you can go straight to the gym selfies, I think.
Cool. All right.
That floor
I'm
is...
going to be the Roseanne Barr on Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
I think you have an original voice, and I thought it was lovely. Until I get a couple more cocktails in me, I'm just going to be the sweetheart. But then I'll turn on you.
I was expecting Stanhope to just rip me a new asshole, actually. So
I realized I probably should have, but I'm not there yet. I just walked in. I didn't. Know I was going to be here.
Who's the one on Last Comic Standing? The panel that's the bad one. Like, who's the mean one? I've never watched.
Well, no one was mean on the last season.
Really?
And it was the first season I watched where I go, I don't know any of these comics. I'm fucking old. My opinion doesn't count, so don't listen to me.
I'll be over here in Irrelevance. You come hang with me.
All right.
I just think you're really wordy. I think you have an idea of the joke, and the more succinctly you can get to it, the better. The wordiness is sort of filler for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
How long have you
Brevity.
done stand-up?
Only about 8 months now.
How often are you getting up? You doing a lot of spots? Or?
Mostly at Flappers in Burbank, but I get up like twice a week usually.
At Flappers in Burbank?
No, I'll do some other open mics, but it's tough to get some stage time, especially when I come up to Comedy Store. It's really
How many
competitive.
times a week are you doing Flappers?
Usually, if I've got a book show, I'll do that, and then I usually.
But how often is that?
Wednesday or Thursday is when.
So you're
the
saying
auditions
once
are.
a week?
Yeah, once a week at least.
So 3 spots a week you're doing?
Yeah.
For 8 months.
Do you tape and listen to your sets?
Yeah.
Do you ever laugh?
No. Fucking there it is. No, yeah, I mean, that's a bit that I've been working on, and it's just kind of working on it. So there it is.
I wasn't even really trying to slam you there.
No.
I just remember when I started out, like shit that I would laugh at, I thought I couldn't do. Like the stuff that actually made me laugh, I go, oh yeah, but you could never really do that on stage. And then I did. And yeah, and here I am, a fucking drunk, miserable, horrific old
So
human
stick
being.
with it.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about. It's really hard to listen to. I mean, like I would tape myself all the time, and I would listen to 5 minutes of it and just go, oh, I can't listen to this anymore.
That's what I do now.
Hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to listen to.
Besides what they're saying, like the writing, you could definitely trim it up. But I also noticed that your voice is very monotone during the whole thing. It was just kind of like it didn't
just flat.
Yeah, flat. So like I honestly was kind of like, all right, I'm not even paying attention to what he's saying because I just want to go to sleep or something. Like you need to have ups and downs and pauses and just because I mean if you just go out there like blah 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 blah, and if you had like a 30-minute set, fuck that. No one would sit around for that, You have to have some.
It doesn't mean you have to do the over-the-top. And
Right,
Bob's your
right,
uncle.
right,
Hey, people,
Right.
give it up for yourselves.
Right.
Well, yeah, I get
Although
some
that's
variation.
not
Yeah.
I mean, that would kill, but no.
It just didn't seem like you were happy to be up on stage because you didn't seem, any energy at all. It just kind of.
Yeah, you were like a Wi-Fi tower for daydreaming.
Yeah, I was
I
super excited.
you took me straight to like stuff I have to do tomorrow and things like that, and I work hard on not thinking about that while doing this show. You know what I mean? Like it's
Clearly.
a big deal to me. So when I'm daydreaming about stuff I have to do tomorrow during the thing, that means you gotta get to like some kind of point.
I was just daydreaming while you were saying that.
Yeah, it's kind of zoned out on
Right.
Thought about all the shit I had to do.
Right. But, you got to go. Definitely the levels thing is a thing. You can't be daydream machine.
Okay.
But I like this one hashtag, Armageddon.
You dig it?
Hashtag.
Jesus coming through in the clutch.
There you go.
Jesus cares.
Heck yeah.
Jesus
Kevin, where are
loves
you
you.
from?
I'm from Cincinnati area.
How long have you lived in L.A.?
5 months now.
5 months. So you did it for 3 months in Cincinnati?
Yeah. Well, I was doing it around Ohio, like wherever I could get stage time, because I went to school in Northern Ohio at BGSU.
Where's that? Bowling Green?
Yeah, Bowling Green.
Oh, nice.
South
Yeah.
of Toledo.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
I really hate saying this, but try going to Ha Ha Cafe a little bit. You need to. I mean, Flappers is a great stage, but you're not going to get herpes there. You need to really. I mean, go to a grosser club. check you a little.
Okay.
Do you live in Burbank? Is that your thing?
I live in Culver City.
Yeah, exactly. When you're on that side of the hill,
Is herpes a thing you have to have now?
Yeah.
In comedy?
Yeah.
Is it?
Definitely.
that side of the hill really sucks, and everybody moves there when they first move here for some weird reason.
It's kind of like having gold medallion on Delta. Like,
You know these airports. Sorry.
You mean Burbank Airport?
What kind of comedy do you like? Who's a comedian that you think like you relate to? Like, oh, I'm sort of in that.
Totally cliche, but I love Doug Stanhope.
Forget it.
I know.
Well, I see the similarities already.
I'm a fan of Vic Henley also, Ron White.
those are two we're often put in the same pot.
never,
Vic Henley
but,
and
no.
Doug Stanhope.
Yeah, it's got a nice buffet going there.
What are you drinking, Doug?
Oh, she's got it
no,
covered.
it's okay.
Bingo knows the look on my face.
We got Josh. Josh is running around for us.
right.
Matt, what are you drinking?
Bingo,
ladies and gentlemen. Bingo! Hey!
No, I don't want yours. I was saying there's a waiter there.
Yeah.
We got vodka soda.
Vodka soda, Josh. And Matt, what are you drinking?
Stella for me, Josh, please.
Stella.
Thank you.
Might just want to bring 2 for Doug.
Yeah, just go ahead and
Yeah,
quad
bring 2
up.
for Doug, Josh.
Quad up on that one. Bring the 4-pack.
Who was your favorite when you were a kid?
When I was a kid?
Yeah.
He's
Who do
still
you
a
remember
kid.
being your first favorite?
I remember Ron White being my first favorite comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And after that, just kind of moved on to some other stuff, and then Doug just brought the super just dark shit into my life, so thank you, Doug.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that. He was a brony before he found you.
You know what another thing is, though, is I'm noticing that you just sort of are deadpan in one tone, so maybe what it actually is like just double commit to that instead of actually trying to sound normal.
Go the
just
other way.
don't try to sound normal and sound like exactly
cut the
how
dead
you
weight
do.
out of your set because you can't be that monotone
Right.
and have that much
Right.
setup.
Yeah.
In order for that to really work, you got to do like a Stephen Wright scenario.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Short, punchy, self-contained kind of things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a weird thing because a lot of people come to the table with great writing skills, and some people come to the table with great performance skills.
And you brought neither, but come on, it had to be. Someone was going to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was.
So much for Roseanne. Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, you obviously like to write, and you can tell that because you keep overwriting, everything's really, really wordy. But
that's a common, very, very, very common
It's part of the process.
first. I mean, you've done nothing, by the way. When I asked you how many spots you're doing, your answer is you just got to get in the game. You got to make the trip over the hill and play this side of the hill. I started comedy living in Burbank and I didn't even have a car, and I made it here at the end of every night and to whatever open mic every single night. Once you get in, you got to get in all the way. You can't just
He rode his bike here from Burbank,
Yeah.
which if anyone knows that drive, that's fucking psychotic.
And
At 4 in the morning.
over
too.
Laurel Canyon, but with drunk drivers. Well, not Laurel Canyon, the
Cahuenga.
Cahuenga Pass, which is basically on the first time you take it on a bike, it is Laurel Canyon because it's uphill like a lot of the way.
But I mean, you either want it or you don't. I mean, you could die in flappers.
You just gotta Flappers isn't really it's not really an option to get your chops at all.
Flappers is not an option!
You could do gigs there once you're doing gigs, but it's not the place you want to start. You got to start in the grits. It's got to be dirty and creepy, and you got to you have to wonder if you're crazy for doing this. Flappers is like walking into a fucking Sears or something like that. It's not.
Does anyone know Sal's still doing comedy?
That's a cool place.
Sal's open mic, is that still around?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
try
is.
Sal's. That's great.
All your local references sound like cartoon names to me. Flappers and Ha Ha Cafe.
Cahuenga
That's
Pass.
a lazy writer would put Ha Ha Cafe
Right.
into
Exactly.
a movie and really.
Exactly.
Kevin, thank you so much. Kevin
Thanks,
Devore.
man. Good job.
Good work, Kevin.
He's on Twitter at Mr. Dragon Devore. That's Devore. That's all one word, at Mr. Dragon Devore.
I'll be the wicked prick on the next one.
Okay, good.
Just don't take it seriously. I don't really like to make funny.
Before we get to that, I always ask every guest when it's their first time on the show, so I'll ask these two, because I think I've asked you before, is What is something that you did when you very first started out doing stand-up that you can't believe that you did or talked about or would ever do? Like, that's obnoxious that you can't really believe that you're embarrassed that you ever did.
Well, you got to give me a minute to think about it.
Okay, we'll start with Paul. Is there something? Do you have a ventriloquist dummy or take off your shirt, walk backwards? Like, what's the thing? I've heard everything.
Well, I started in the 70s. So I was opening like the first times I ever did stand up. I would walk from the back of the room, leaning way back, just to do an Earth Shoes joke.
Earth Shoes?
See?
Yeah, I can't believe you did that.
No, it was.
I don't know what Earth Shoes
I got banned
is.
from the Comedy Store because I turned to the MC and I said, "Do you mind if I put my water on the piano?" He said, "Go ahead," and I just poured my water up and down the piano.
Earth Shoes.
And I got banned for like 5 years.
That'll do it. I like it.
I'm trying to think of one thing that wasn't embarrassing about when I started.
No, that's the hard
I had this weird accent, and I talked out of the side of my mouth, and it was kind of a New York weird...
Were you doing a character?
No, I didn't think I was, but now I look back at old footage. I did that on purpose on a album I did 10 years ago, a DVD. I put bonus footage, was all my earliest horrifically embarrassing shit, and I couldn't even watch it to decide what to put on. I made my manager watch it, and they decided which clips, and because I'd try to watch myself, and I'm like, oh, they're gagging. I had a fucking mullet. My first evening at the Improv, I was only maybe a year into comedy, and I bought this shirt on Santa Monica Boulevard out of one of those like $6 things. It still had the creases in it, and it had a matching tie, and I had a mullet, and I talked out of I was everything about my... Yeah, I sucked shit.
You had the mullet too. I remember.
Yeah,
you had
the
really nice
wicked mullet.
Yeah, crazy mullet.
Yeah.
Matt, what was your answer the first time that
I did crazy shit. Like I think. Well, no, it was just the things I thought of.
Yeah.
Like I thought of being Officer Laugh and wearing a cop uniform, and the Comedy Kid and wearing a fucking cowboy uniform. But
wow,
those were just the ideas. They never made it to the stage.
I remember
Who's writing that down? Who's writing that down? Don't write that down.
I remember the hack premises that I thought I came up with first. Like, who's the first guy to ever eat an egg? Yeah. I'll eat the first thing that comes out of that chicken's ass. And I thought I was fucking brilliant. And then you go, that's the most tired, hackneyed fucking idea.
I've never heard that before like that. That's actually pretty funny to me.
It's really
never
good with a
pictured
mullet.
it coming out of the chicken's ass. But
do you remember a hack bit that you did that you were so ashamed that you... Oh, fuck, I can't believe I thought that was original.
I think I actually told the joke where I'm so crazy I ripped the fucking tag off the mattress that says "Do not," and that's like a famous joke, isn't it?
What's that one?
That's somebody's joke. Yeah. That's like somebody's joke. I don't know who.
The first guy that saw that tag.
And the 7086 guy that saw the tag.
It's weird when Twitter will keep you in check, where the first thing you think of, you used to know to dismiss as a comic, but now you can just go to Twitter and prove that you are right in dismissing the first joke you have about a topic. Go to that hashtag on Twitter, and everyone already wrote that.
Yeah, you can type it into Google or Twitter and just be like, nope, no writing today. That's all I came up with.
Let's see what happens next. Are you guys ready for your next comedian, everybody? 60 seconds of thunder. So many awesome people signed up for the chance. Right now, it is Daniel White.
Oh shit! It's Hanksy!
Folks, my name's Daniel White, and my name might sound familiar because you might have seen it on your guys' ballots, your sample ballots. I'm running for, LA Secretary of Transportation for LA County. No, seriously. As a bus rider, I feel that our buses are far too overcrowded with people that don't really smell that nice. And there's a lot of traffic here. I have to be on the bus a long time, and I absorb these smells. So, if I am elected, I will make sure that there are more buses on the streets in order to relieve congestion on the buses. I will make sure that anybody sitting in an open seat next to the aisle when a window seat is open next to them will be immediately ejected. And if I'm elected, I will no longer ride the bus.
Good job, brother.
Fuck yeah. 57 seconds of thunder and lightning from Daniel White.
It did pay off at the end, at least.
Yeah.
I missed a couple lines. I
thought you were going to be wicked on this one, Doug.
What's that?
I thought you were going to be wicked on this one.
Well, I was getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, ye of little
Yeah,
faith.
you can't just close strong.
Right.
You're gonna have something in the middle there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it went somewhere. He has the idea.
Right.
Right. He's got the basic idea of it, making an arc to the story. Right.
Yeah.
Except the story was lacking.
I think if you came up with more extreme examples,
Yeah.
you know, just nuttier shit, I think it'd be better.
Yeah.
And also made it, you know, more convincing that you're actually running, maybe, too.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
wrote a-
instead of just saying, I'm running, really, I am.
Are you really running?
No, I threw it on there's an election coming up, and I thought about it. I just threw it together on the bus on the way here.
I'm writing you in, man. I like the end of your set.
There you go.
Daniel
If
White.
there were more bus riders in the crowd, I think you might have gotten a warmer response.
This stuff would kill on
Uber's
on the
killing the bus.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Uber is destroying bus riding forever.
Yeah. Your minute would slay on the 217.
Yeah.
That's Fairfax to Hollywood.
This guy knows
Highway.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, how
Could
you
I get a transfer to a punchline, please?
Daniel, you have to admit it must have been pretty fun being the best dressed guy on the Metro, right? I mean, that blazer's crushing. Is that a new one?
No, this one's just to be partially convincing for the act tonight. You know.
Now, what's interesting, I'll give you guys a little background. I'm pretty sure this is your third week in a row getting on?
I missed. This is my fourth.
Basically 3 out of 4.
Yes.
And the first 2 times, I remember it was very religious, like 10 Commandment jokes and like what was the deal with Moses, you know, and stuff like that. And so it's interesting that you made such an extreme jump. It's sort of exciting that at least you're trying to what?
To branch out to buses.
He's
Trying
writing
to-
new material.
Yeah.
Be relatable. Like
Yeah.
that.
He's writing
Bus
shit.
riders.
He
Yeah.
wrote that tonight.
Yeah. And it's
Which is why I hate fucking improv. You know? Give me the shit you worked out. But no, that's admirable.
Well, there is something fearless in setting that whole, really basically using the whole time to set up one punchline. That's pretty fearless, and you did pay it off, which is pretty great. So there's a lot to be said for that. I mean, you obviously knew where you were headed, and you landed it. There's something there.
you just started recently, right?
Right.
How long ago?
I've only been seriously writing for a couple months. I've only been performing. This is my first time. It was 4 weeks ago when Attell was here.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
How
great.
long you been riding the bus?
A lot longer. A lot longer, probably.
How long?
Oh, how old am I? 27? Fucking 14 years?
Wow.
Do you know how to
You should
drive?
have more material.
Yeah, I have a driver's license. I'm just a broke person.
Well, that's fun. Where have you been getting up? Have you been doing spots other than here
I've been going up at the Improv in here.
at the open mic?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you go other places?
Not yet. I'm still looking at a couple other places. I think Marty's is another place. Sal's. I've looked at that.
Yeah.
Marty's or Morty's. Morty's.
I don't even
is
know what
death.
that is.
It's death. Just
I've
skip
never
past
been
it.
there.
Yeah.
They make you pay, I think.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, you
death.
never
Well,
do one where they
how
make
does
you pay.
this thing work? Is this some kind of scam bringer show? Do you have to pay to get in here for hopefully your lucky lottery ticket comes up like Willy Wonka so you can do 60 seconds in front of a bored crowd of friends?
Literally nobody ever pays to get in here.
All right.
We've never sold a ticket for this show.
I paid to get in.
Who charged?
Yeah, the setup was like I think what Matt said, that if you punched up the ideas a little bit more extreme, because you almost sold it like you were really running for it, which is fine.
I
'cause
thought
then
you were.
But the payoff, I thought you were too. And the payoff works. But I think if you took Matt's advice and made like the setup a little bit more silly and crazier, that we would still believe it, but it would be a little bit more easy to listen to. Because at first, I thought you were really running and you were using this time to get on a podcast so that you get the word out that you're actually running for this.
Yeah, that was kind of
yeah.
what I was hoping.
More racist.
That would make me vote for
basically.
you. That shows some initiative.
Yeah.
Is this a podcast?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then again, you could also just lose the all the jargon and just get right to the point, which is you ride the bus and you hate it and you were thinking about running for whatever, but then you realized if you got that you wouldn't be on the bus anymore.
Yeah, you can make it almost
well,
one line.
He did say that he wrote this on the bus today, so
right. No,
he didn't
yeah.
really have time to go over it.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying when you hit the notebook tonight or tomorrow or whenever, you could lose a lot of the crap. Crappy poo-poo.
Crappy poo-poo.
Daniel, what else is going on exciting in your life? You still live with your parents?
Oh, no, I do not live with my parents.
Oh, you just look like you live with your parents.
Thank you very much.
So, what do you have, a roommate? What's your situation?
I live with my brother in Century City.
Ooh, fancy.
Yes.
What does your brother do?
My brother's a chef at Goldie's and then Little Secret Joint on 3rd.
Your parents
I bet he doesn't take the fucking bus.
Oh, he takes the bus. Living in Century City, broke.
Oh wait, listen to that. That's a show that's fun.
Yeah, that's what's happening in other places.
Hey, sample that for the podcast.
I'm on it.
We're gonna lay it all over. We're gonna lay it all over this. So Daniel, how long have you and your brother lived out here?
I've lived out here for 3 years. I went to UCLA and graduated a year ago. I transferred in there, and he's been here only for the last year.
What's your degree in?
My degree's in political science.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this.
So every joke should be you running for something.
That's
your hook. Go with it.
Yep, you just been crowned it. I think you should totally roll with that.
Excellent.
Fuck yeah, Daniel. Well, it was nice to see you again.
Thank you very much, Tony. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Daniel.
That guy's got a hell of an Adam's apple.
All right, the next comic I'm just going to waver on. I'm going to waffle. I'm going to go, you know what? On second thought, that wasn't really a really clever premise after all. But no, it's kind of clever.
Go back and forth.
Yeah, I'll just go back and forth.
Pong Stanhope.
First season, the last comic. I'm just going to fucking get on their ass.
I feel like I've
Old
seen this
school.
name before. Put your hands together for Dusty Lester, everybody.
Close it, I try. Close your eyes. Picture me rolling. Sixes, money falling. Bitches, honeys, and swollen.
Daniel White is at Dano Comedy, D-A-N-N-O Comedy. Dusty Lester, everybody. Here he is.
What's up, folks? I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all about the first time I started into comedy. Me and my girlfriend went down to this club in Atlanta, and I got inside, I got on stage, I got about 3 or 4 words out of my mouth, and this big old black lady stands up in the background, and she's like, "You ain't funny, you need to kill yourself." It embarrassed the daylights out of me. I put the mic in the stand, I walked off stage, I grabbed my girlfriend, and we left. And on the ride home, I was telling my girlfriend, "Honey, if you ever embarrass me like that again..." Why is it whenever you meet your girlfriend's father for the first time, he always looks at his daughter like she just brought home like a mental patient or something? It's just like, why the hell did you bring this guy here? And I don't care what it is. I can never impress my girlfriend's father. I can never impress my girlfriend's father. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. If I told my father-in-law that I got a job working as a sergeant for the military, he'd still look at me like I was a damn yoga instructor. That's my time. All right.
All right. I like your style, Dusty. How long have you been dating this chick?
Probably 6 months.
6 months. And you already met her dad?
Yeah.
What's his deal?
He's just a dick.
Why doesn't he like you?
Why do you think? What did she tell him?
Because I'm not black and I don't have anything to offer down south.
Wait.
Racism.
She's
Wait a
black?
second. I've not heard about whites not having something to offer down south. You've confused me there with that.
Well,
is she black, Dusty?
Yeah.
So that seemed like
That's the first joke.
Yeah.
The first joke, yeah.
Yeah, but that seemed like a joke.
Oh.
Like some old black lady is your girlfriend. I thought that
It was the bitter truth, but it was a joke, but it was the truth in the same sense.
This is a pet peeve of mine, is comics that have true stories that are true, but they go and deliver them as though they're jokes and make it see what I did there? thing.
Right,
We're
yeah.
like, no, go tell the fucking story. You fucked a retarded girl that you thought was drunk in the morning. I don't know if you know the comic that has this story. Yeah, they thought she was drunk, and they woke up all in a van and found out, oh, she's still drunk. No, she was never drunk. She was retarded, and you fucked her. And then you dropped her off on a corner in Little Italy because she kind of looked Italian. 'Cause that's a... Anyway, no, what if you... Sorry, that's not even a good example. Yeah, if you have a great story,
Yeah.
you can't make it sound like a clever joke.
Right.
And that could be really interesting too, that you're not accepted in a black family. You know?
Yeah, that's like backwards road.
If, you know what? It's actually, you could, if you got 7 minutes on it, you could sell it as a sitcom and never have to write another fucking joke.
Ever.
There we go.
That's my thing.
I like it.
It's true.
You could run for office.
But Doug is right about this. I thought I didn't realize that your girlfriend was actually black. I thought you just paid off that setup. So that knowing that your girlfriend's black changes the rest of the jokes.
Right.
So we actually didn't know that that's really the premise of the joke.
The opposite was it Daniel, the last guy? Mm-hmm. The opposite, where we really believed that he was running for office. We didn't believe you're dating a black chick for shit. in the delivery.
Is it too late to say that my girlfriend was white?
What?
Now you're confusing everyone.
Wait, she was just in blackface
Oh, see,
during this?
now you're going to make me waffle the same way. No, I don't think you're clever at all.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
She really is white. I was just trying to be funny.
Oh,
I can show you a picture of her on my phone. I promise she's white.
Well, I don't need to see the picture or whatever picture of whatever girl that used to be alive that's on your phone. All that I asked you if she was black and you said yes. So it's like, all right.
I don't believe anything.
I don't feel like I can trust you anymore.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm turning my back.
you really pissed on our faces by lying to us.
Your
Dusty.
first album will be called Sea of Lies. Sea of Lies.
You know how hard it is for us to all be honest for 4 minutes, and you just
He did have the energy of the evening. He was selling shit.
Totally.
Great accent.
Totally.
Selling product.
Totally.
Is yoga instructor like a really bad thing to do?
Right, and also a sergeant in the military is not that great. I don't know if you know that or not, but like you could have 40 better examples,
better polar opposites.
Right, you could tell him that you're a struggling stand-up comedian, and he'd probably. I mean, have you met the white dad then? What's really going on, Dusty? You son of a bitch!
Are you even here?
Tell us the truth,
Are you even here right now?
Is this a hologram of a different guy that signed up? All right,
It's
Dusty.
Tupac.
Have you met the white dad?
Yes, I have.
Can you not impress him?
Not really.
Is it because you're white and he wants his daughter to get fucked by a black guy?
Yes. I guess.
Does he know his daughter's black? Does he know this?
How does this routine go down at the Ha Ha Cafe? Whole different audience on the other side of the hill, if you know what I'm saying.
Do this one at Flappers.
This is a Flappers bit.
I wonder if right now somebody in the other room downstairs is bombing and they just went, you hear that sound coming from upstairs? That's a fun show they're having up there.
Yeah, probably not.
It happens a lot. So, Dusty, let me ask you this. What does the girlfriend do? What's her job that her dad's so special that...
Let's just give him a chance to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Is there any other lies in that set you want to tell us about now?
What's your boyfriend's
You do have
name?
a girlfriend?
I don't have a boy.
Are you from the South?
Yes.
Okay.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right. Checks out.
Yeah.
Knoxville, nice town.
Yeah.
Artsy.
I think we should put an APP
What is
out
the-
on this guy.
What does the dad do for a living?
He's a he puts in like air conditioning.
Fuck it, there you go. Come on, this guy's a moron. That's
Fuck
where your
this guy.
joke is. This fucking guy's judging you, and he's blank and blank years old, and he's putting in fucking air conditioners. That's a miserable life. Air conditioners are heavy, and that sucks. I can't imagine what that would be like, driving a truck to some place. You have to go put it in. Everybody's always complaining. They knock on the door. It's hot in here. Help me. Every person's got the same complaint. Nobody gets an air conditioner when it's cold outside. That guy's got a miserable life, and he's judging you. That's insane.
Now you're going to lose your air conditioner installer, people in the audience. They're going to hate you. But fuck them. Fuck them. Get controversial.
Right.
Now, is the rest of your act, is it all about having an imaginary black girlfriend?
No.
So do you at one point go, that was a joke. I don't really date black chicks. I would never do that. And then you move on?
No, I actually once did date a black girl, and then a comic friend and I was going over jokes one day, and he thought it'd be funny since I had a black girlfriend in the past that if I put that in my act and like surprise the audience, that would be good. So, and it's always worked every time. So. Usually.
Is your real name Dusty Lester?
Yes, my real name's Dusty Lester.
That's not a stage name?
No.
So like on your ID it says the word Dusty?
Yes, it says Dusty.
It's not short for anything.
Dustin.
There we go.
But does it say Dustin on your ID?
Yeah.
So he just lied to you.
Yeah, he lied again.
This guy's a liar.
Why are you a liar?
Dusty? Dusty's
Now,
a liar.
The guy that installs air conditioning, he lives in Knoxville?
Yes.
And you live here?
Yes.
With his daughter?
No, his daughter lives in Knoxville. She's moving up next month.
Are you a drifter? He seems like he might have killed people.
He has that look.
Yeah.
You notice I have averted eye contact.
What happened to
when I'm
this?
talking to him.
Now what happened?
He has the look of a guy that came here from Knoxville with one of those sticks with a bag on the back of it.
He's a carpetbagger. This guy's a carpetbagger.
Bandana tied to the stick. I know that guy.
What are you thinking right now?
It got really awkward, man, for me.
You feel really awkward?
Yeah.
What about it? Because you lied to us?
Yeah.
A lot?
Yeah.
Over and over?
The whole time?
Lies and disappointment and...
Yeah.
Well, you got some laughs.
Do you feel any self-loathing right now?
Whatever.
What'd you say? What was
I've done this for 24 years. I hate myself for being here, and I'll hate myself in the morning. So get used to that feeling.
This is it.
Yeah, it's why you drink.
Cheers.
It's true. Well, is that a real Dane Cook t-shirt?
Yeah, it's real.
I don't know. Really? Are you a big Dane Cook fan?
Yeah, that's my biggest inspiration.
For the first time tonight, I hope you're lying.
That dog's gone. Jesus Christ, Dusty.
You better be lying right now, Dusty.
That better be ironic.
Yeah, it's probably good you don't use your real name.
Oh, shit.
You should probably never wear another comics t-shirt on
Probably
stage because it's like, hey, here's this better comic.
I don't even ironically, I don't think it would work.
It's very odd.
Right.
There have to be 3 jokes removed from the joke, I think.
Where'd you get the Dane Cook t-shirt from?
I saw him on tour, and he was selling T-shirts outside.
Torgasm?
No, it was like
Torgasm's the name of his imaginary black girlfriend, by the way.
Come on! That was fucking funny. It's the only funny thing that's been said in this entire show.
What is it about Dane Cook that inspires you?
just his energy. I love his energy, and I just love his jokes and his observation. He relates to me very well, except for the black lady, of course.
Wait, what?
Can you stop besmirching the name of a woman who never existed?
Oh, shit. Well, all right. How long have you... okay. How long have you had that T-shirt for?
Since, I think it's October of 2013.
Okay. Just curious. Dusty, thank you so much. Dusty Lester.
Yeah! Can we change the name of the show
I
to
felt
Kill
like
Dusty?
I was in the wings over here for a minute. Sorry.
He should, you should get rid of that shirt, Dusty. you should be liar, liar, shirts on fire. You should burn that fucking thing.
Get Yakov Smirnoff on the back and then Dane Cook on the front. And I don't know, is he serious or...
Buy every Pryor album immediately.
But other guy, you should get Vic Henley on the front and me on the back. That would be That'd be funnier. All right.
Would somebody walk me to my car?
Dusty, I can tell you're really disappointed, bro. We're just trying to make a show out of all this stuff you just did. That was a hell of a minute, probably the best so far, so thank you so much,
dude, good
Dusty.
job. Give it up for Dusty Lester, guys.
We had fun with you, man. It takes more balls to come up here and sit with the fucking...
That's why I said I feel bad.
No, but it's
people,
good.
but
He
that's
knows
what
what
makes
he's
people laugh.
yeah, he knows what
So
he's
don't take
signing
it
up
personal.
for.
I think we were picking on Dane Cook, not
Right,
really.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
It's
fuck around with Jesus, but
Dane Cook will be at the Improv, walking in the front door at 10:45 this Wednesday, 10:45 p.m. as he does every single Wednesday. So you can meet him there and give him a kiss.
Yeah.
give him a Dusty T-shirt.
You should wear that. What's his thing? Give him his hand signal or whatever the fuck it is. Oh wow, you threw that up quick, like some kind of gay gang member. Dusty, thank you, buddy. I can't believe you have a Dane Cook shirt. He's on Twitter. I also can't believe you're on Twitter. At Lester Dusty.
Knoxville is an artsy town.
Yeah. What was your black girlfriend's name?
Lexi.
What was that short for? All right.
Was that on her driver's license?
Lexi and Dusty.
Lexi and Dusty. A match made in Knoxville.
It's unnatural. Lesty and Duxie.
Oh, wow. We've seen this guy a couple times.
Unnatural.
This is one of our favorites here. Put your hands together for Tam Pham, everybody.
Speaking of horrible shirts, quick story about this thing. I went to a custom t-shirt guy and I asked him, how much to put my Twitter handle on a shirt? And he said, that will cost you $15. And I said, that's fine. And he said, let me finish. It'll cost you $15 and any chance of ever having sex with any girl that has seen you wearing it. So far, he was right, but that doesn't mean very much. For my entire life, I've had about as much success with women as I've had with praying for my ears to be human-sized. Maybe God is a woman now. So I haven't had a date in a while. It turns out women have standards. That's all right, though. I'm not bitter. I have standards, too. Things that I try to avoid. I call them the killer bees. I stay away from women that have blonde hair, bangs, or opinions.
Fuck yeah, Tam Pham. I'm pretty sure this is the third time I've seen you, and I've loved you all 3 times. You're such a goofball.
I love it. I'm going to wait because you have a history with this guy to see what the history is, and then I'll comment.
Well, he's just always making fun of himself and does a good job at it. And it's a little. He always wears the same shirt.
That's what I was waiting for.
Except what's exciting is now we're getting into the winter season, and this is the first time. This is the first time that he's rocked the long sleeve undershirt underneath.
He will adapt.
So the only difference between this week and last week is, like, I'm planning on seeing him maybe at the end of December just wearing the same thing with mittens and a knit cap, because I'm pretty sure that shirt's not going anywhere.
Always be branding.
And you've only got that one shirt. I've asked you that both times, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you? So things have been going good for you, the comedy, last few weeks, right?
Going pretty well.
You've been thinking about getting the second shirt. I know your parents probably work at a dry cleaner, so that's got to be. Anybody who just went oh with that, I hate you.
I used to. I won't name the comic, Bobby Slayton. I used to talk about how it was upsetting to me when he would just bitch about his wife. I worked with him at the Riviera like 20 years ago. And he said, my fucking wife, she's such a fucking cunt. Like, that's something you can change. Don't sit there and bitch about something. That's like wearing a horrible shirt going, can you imagine having to go through life with this shirt on? Take it off! You're literally the guy that I was making the analogy. That's the analogy I would make. I can't get laid with this shirt on. Then take the fucking shirt off. Stop.
Do you get laid when you're not wearing the shirt?
No.
Wait.
That thing about praying about the ears, that's true.
Do you wear that shirt every day, though?
Wait, you pray?
Sorry.
I mean, you don't wear that shirt like when you're not doing comedy.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a nut.
Well, there's. Well, I have to question your commitment.
It would be funnier for you to wear that shirt on a date than that guy wearing a Dane Cook shirt during a set. That would be funny.
Would you ever wear a Dane Cook t-shirt?
On a date?
If Dusty came along with me and brought his girlfriend.
You looked away and
Which one?
before girlfriend there.
Which one, the white one or the black one?
I was trying to decide.
Would you ever consider using the Pulitzer Prize winning photograph of the
Oh, God.
as a headshot?
That is the best album cover ever. That is such a fucking great idea.
As a headshot.
Oh,
Send
my
that out as promo, but with the t-shirt,
It's got to have the t-shirt.
photoshopped on.
And you got to get on this quick before Bobby Lee hears about this idea.
Yes, I will help you Photoshop that. We'll take a photo tonight. We'll look at the picture and I'll help you Photoshop. I'll do it tonight for you. That's hilarious.
And you know, if that doesn't get you laid, then you really got a problem.
If you're not pulling a Dusty, I'll do it.
And the best part of that picture is I'm pretty sure the guy's not wearing a shirt, so you can take that off and save yourself.
Is he not wearing a shirt?
I don't think so, right? Maybe a wife beater?
Nothing.
No, I think, isn't he wearing a military thing?
Yeah, he's a cop,
That's
wasn't
right.
he? Like a
That black guy laugh is amazing. I feel like that's a sound effect.
There's a black guy in here?
Yeah, let's give
Oh, come on, Doug.
Come on, Doug, come back.
It's just a white guy with a really black laugh.
All right.
Hey, I think he's got a sister.
Tam Pham, have you ever been with a black woman? Have you ever been with anything other than an Asian woman?
Yes.
What have you been with?
White girls, Hispanic girls.
Oh, multiples of each, huh? White girls, Hispanic girls. That's exciting.
So what are you complaining about? Sounds like you're doing fine.
They weren't free.
What's that?
They weren't free.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Good work.
So you got the $100 GFE at the.
That's why you don't have money for more shirts.
See, that's true. That's got to be a crazy part about being Asian, isn't that? If you're gonna buy sex, you have to find massage parlors that aren't Asian. That's got to be like fucking, trying to figure out a Rubik's Cube or something. I don't know. I'm not good at Rubik's Cube, so that's a challenge for me. I only tried a couple times, but anyway.
Do you have any jokes about that? Like, because that has to be hilarious.
Yes,
I would
I do.
love to hear do you do the massage parlor or do
Yeah,
you do
tell
the
us a good
Craig's?
prostitute story.
I have a bit. I have a couple of minutes on it if you want.
All right, no, it's already a bit. No,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah. No, I don't have any good stories.
All right.
That's great.
Last hooker.
Do you
Excuse
say
me, last hooker you got? How long ago?
6 months.
Where'd you go? Internet or like storefront?
Craigslist.
Craigslist? Really?
Craigslist.
Wow,
that's fucking crazy. But I guess
What's your
I forget
big
what it's like to be broke.
What's your big fetish? Getting fucked by undercover cops? Craigslist. That's risky business, man. Fuck yeah. So, you use condoms with all these prostitutes?
Yes.
Extra small? What are we dealing with here? Do they make them in your size? Smarties? Use a Smartie wrapper? That's a little bit of an inside reference, but if you paint the picture, guys, that's a
Do your
tiny
condoms
penis.
say at Tam Pham Comedy on them?
Good work, sir.
Just at Tam.
Yeah, just that.
Once again, I don't think you're really committed.
Tammy.
Well, Tam Pax, we really, really like you.
Yeah, good job, man. Funny stuff.
Tam
dude.
Pham. He's on Twitter at Tam Pham Comedy. So much fun. I love his style. He's one of two.
Is there
awesome.
any single person in here that is here solely for entertainment and not with a friend or hoping to be chosen out of a bucket? Is there even...
Yeah,
no, you're not.
Those people
You're
there.
Iggy Pop. You're here to fucking hopefully revive your career.
Doug, these people
All right.
here are civilians. The people up there are the comedians.
That's
and the people here
Yeah.
are the regular...
Maybe we would have gone over this if I knew I was coming up here. All right, go ahead. Back to your... Heidi, get me a drink. You know how I panic.
Josh, where are you?
Josh, 2 drinks.
Keep getting...
Stella for Matt, too, please.
Yeah, and I'll take a Crown and Coke, Josh. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Drinks all around, Josh. Jesus will have some wine, Josh.
Maybe if we tip Josh when we come up, it'll act as a catalyst for the audience to take care of the staff.
That's true. Tip your wait staff, people. You must. Doug, guess what's cool? You've seen the show before. You might know this. We have 2 regulars that come on every week. 2 girls that come on and do a new 60 seconds.
I was
each week.
drunk. I showed up here. I heckled and left. That's the
It
only
was
time I
great.
saw the show.
It was great.
I felt awful the next day.
That
I
sounds like
screamed.
tonight. It was great. These 2 young ladies do a brand new minute each week. There are only 2 regulars. They basically started here and they write a new minute each week for the last 76 weeks.
So we don't say anything about them afterwards.
No, we do.
All
We
right.
talk to them just about
Okay.
anything. About anything you want to ask them about or talk with them about. Going up first tonight, she dropped out of her final year at the University of Florida because she did stand up here and has been here every Monday since doing a brand new minute. Put your hands together for the very funny and cool Kimberly Congdon, everybody.
Guys, I'm in a bad mood today. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, no milk, in case you want to know what Auschwitz was like. Being so serious. Lena Dunham is in a lot of trouble. I guess she has a book that came out where she mentions inappropriately touching her sister's vagina when she was 7 and her sister was 1. And there's this whole thing about sibling molestation and everyone's freaking out. And I don't think it's a big deal because kids do weird shit. You know, my cousin put a carrot in his ass when he was 4. It's fine. When I was in kindergarten, 2 girls humped during nap time. And the only thing the teacher did was take away their marshmallows. Which was sad because I really wanted that marshmallow. I heard that the government is suing AT&T, which is the scariest thing ever. Because if the government ever tried to sue me, I just shit my pants. You win, you're the government.
What's the government trying to do?
I read something that they were trying to sue AT&T. It might not even be true, but I think it's funny where whenever the government tries to sue anybody, because it's just how do you even fight that?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's definitely a premise. Yeah, that was a great set. Kimberly Congdon, everybody. That was so fun.
I really like the first joke, and
Yeah.
I think you could took away your milk into the other joke.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
And I like the lesbian part of the joke too.
Yeah, all I heard was fingering a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
That sticks with you.
Yeah,
I just remembered I had a carrot in my ass since 4th grade. You look like a dead friend of ours.
Wow.
That was
flattering.
That's
disconcerting.
flattering.
Thank you.
That's high praise.
I mean, before she was dead.
Cool.
I got nothing else. It's all you guys.
Kim, was this your first Halloween in LA this weekend? Or
No, it was my second.
did you have fun? Anything crazy happen?
Well, I just did stand up. I went to La Jolla, and I was at the Comedy Store there.
Oh, nice.
With you.
Yeah, I was there too.
Oh, great.
I wrote that milk joke. No, I didn't.
Who was down there with you guys?
We went with Mike Faberman and
Rusty Dooley.
Rusty Dooley.
Oh, nice. And you guys all went up. Oh, yeah, it was Rusty Dooley's weekend, Halloween.
Yep,
That totally
it was
makes
fun.
sense.
Tons of people there on Halloween.
It was packed. It was sold
7
out.
people there on Halloween.
Are you serious?
There's nobody fucking there.
Oh, that's so sad.
Hey, where were you going with the government suing joke? Where are you headed?
Just
with
the
that?
government suing anybody is scary because how do you even fight? Like,
Yeah, did you have a punchline there?
no. After that, I was just gonna panic.
I thought you were. I thought she was going to go the other way with corporations own the government.
Right,
so
right,
how
right.
does one?
Doing yourself.
Right, because the
true.
corporations are stronger than government, and I thought that was the angle. Then I heard a Tweety sound and go, "I'll never know." Never know.
That is a good premise, actually.
My premise is better.
You had some
Fuck
great-
you. You're gonna pick her over me.
I was
'cause
talking
she's
about
cute?
yours. I was
Fuck
talking about
you.
yours.
I had a better premise.
I thought you had some really good laughs there, and you were again. You sort of like knew where you were going, and you headed for them. And
Thank you.
I think that was a good minute.
Yeah,
I think.
very fun. Absolutely, the girls bring it. They have it down to a whole system. Like, I mean, she
And
she
you
knew
do
what
a
she
new
knew what she
minute
was
every
doing.
week.
Yeah,
For
like
did
she
you
knew
say
what she
76 weeks or something?
Yeah, she knew what she was doing there. Like, for example, she does the show so much that if she just starts a joke with a premise as her very last joke after doing good, that means that one of us, which you did, is going to organically write a better version of the premise that has a punchline, and it only affects her negatively if we happen to ask what was going to be the punchline of that
Hey, can
joke.
I get
That's the
another
things we don't.
cocktail?
It's a win-win. Yeah.
But you did that, and that's a pure example of you evolving to the game. Like you and Sarah are the only 2 people that have anything like this, where you're not forced to, but you choose to write a brand new 60 seconds
Jesus
each week
Christ!
as a challenge.
Fucking Don Barris just walked in. You have no idea what a hero that guy is to me.
Heck yeah, to
Windy
all
City
of us.
Heat is the funniest movie that's ever
Yes,
been filmed.
I totally agree. Windy City Heat for life. Always my #1 favorite comedy.
He's wearing a Dane Cook shirt. What the fuck, man?
Kimberly, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you, Kimberly. It's nice to meet you.
She's on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon. Follow her on everything. She's great. And so is our other regular, always funny, always cool, Sarah Weinstein.
What's up? Yeah. Dustpans. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Never fully satisfied by a dustpan. There's always stuff that remains. Sometimes crumbs and dust. Not dusk. Yeah, dustpans, they just never fucking fully do the job. There's always a space between the floor and the pan. Can't ever just get it all clean. You can't just use a dustpan by itself. It's a useless cleaning utensil alone. You could use a broom alone. Can't use a dustpan alone. Try it. Why isn't it just called a crumb pot? Or a particle tray? Why the fuck is it called a dustpan?
Crush Fest, Weinstein, powerful.
Fucking brilliant.
Amazing.
Love that.
That is
fucking love that.
And
It's
that
great.
is exactly in her style. That's her thing, where she just talks about one small thing and delves into it.
Oh, so that carries on. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
First line is fantastic.
Thank
you. Can't live with them,
Dustpan's an
can't live
instant
without 'em.
classic.
And I'm glad somebody's stepping up to the plate with this whole dustpan thing.
Finally.
I was hoping that you would equate it to having a handicapped little brother. When you said it's no good alone. You got the big brother. It ain't going nowhere.
Oh, it's so great.
There's the Stanhope touch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it was perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
New minute.
There might be
Congratulations.
There might be something to that line of that line that's left. You know, you paint the picture. I'm saying keep everything the same. Maybe one thing to add would be like painting that picture a little bit better of that
The line.
weird line that it leaves when
Yeah.
there is that. When after you say that there's always space and that gross
That
brown,
line, yeah.
almost like a triangle-shaped line.
It's like a Coke. It's like a line of Coke for a bomb or something.
But with
like
crumbs.
Yeah, it's like a line of Coke for a cockroach or something like
Or
that.
like a shit stain in your retarded brother's underwear.
Yeah. Definitely got to get a handicap.
handicap in there.
You got to get a retarded brother.
Jesus Christ.
Or you could even think.
Sorry, you're right there.
You could even think of
No,
things
but-
that you could use it for. Like, what are you going to use it for? Like, and you could think of stupid
If you had a
things.
black girlfriend, never mind.
Well, could
I
get
know
a
one
black
thing that
girlfriend.
belongs in a dustpan, and that's Dusty Lester's T-shirt. What inspired this dustpan thing?
Remember, I was talking to you about dustpans.
You're a
Wow.
muse. You're
Yeah.
a fucking muse.
We were talking about dustpans in the main room, green room.
Oh yeah, because
no one ever cleans
Oh,
that.
and then he went into that whole thing about how they're useless and they leave
No.
that always leave that little line and
Can't live
he
with
was
them, can't
drunk
live
and
without
didn't
them.
remember saying
No,
it.
I texted myself dustpans and then I left it alone. And I was
Let
like,
it
maybe I
marinate.
should revisit dustpans today. And I
So
talked
do
to
you
my
always-
mom about dustpans.
Do
And
you always, is that like your thing? Like you focus on something? Because last week it
Yeah.
was tinfoil.
yeah,
That's actually really that's pretty cool. I mean, it
Pick a
seems
subject.
like you have a sense of an identity.
I've seen
You
a
need
lot.
like
I've
45
yeah.
cleaning products, and you got to fucking hit
Well,
them.
Ajax is next. No.
I'll tell you this: every condiment in my refrigerator
Is there a
has
reason
been
that-
covered by her already. Salsa, ketchup, mustard, horseradish. You know, and I think these things when I see them. Sometimes I literally think of Sarah Weinshank when I think of the word condiments or like toppings on things.
Are you a Seinfeld fan?
Kinda. I love Curb. I'm more like a Curb girl. So, yeah.
Well, Weinshank, that was a fantastic job.
So do you go
good
out
job.
of your way like to avoid anything that's not completely minutia?
Meaning,
Meaning, like, is that a conscious choice that you're going to talk about?
no, I just noticed that, and I'm like, I feel passionate about it. Yeah,
Genuinely?
yeah.
It is true.
Like it bothers me. Like little things bother me a lot.
I would describe it as OCD comedy.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
like the way you're
okay.
picking at your 3 bracelets and you're picking them one at a time. I imagine you
times
looking
each.
at a dustpan. Dustpan. What's the funny thing about a dustpan? Dustpan. Dustpan. What's the funny thing? There's a funny thing. Why is there always a line? There's always a line, and you can make that into a beautiful thing, and that's how self-help should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just coping.
Own it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's really interesting.
Sarah, you were awesome tonight.
Thank
you
you.
so much. That's
Thank
Sarah
you.
Weinshank, everybody. She's on Twitter at Princess Shank. That's all one word, SHENK. That's Sarah Weinshank. Guys, this was so much fun. Doug, anything you want to promote coming up or anything?
No,
like that?
I want to quit. Stop following me on Twitter.
You're quitting?
Don't come to
me.
my shows.
Wow.
Washed up. Jesus, leave me alone.
The Doug Stanhope retirement announcement.
Yeah.
Exclusively on
Retirement tour.
Kill Tony's,
Yeah.
number 76.
I retired in 06, I think.
Come back. Matt Fulchiron, what's going on?
Doc Ricketts in San Francisco on November 29th, and I'll be in Portland on December 5th, and
Where?
Seattle on...
Where in Portland?
I think the Hollywood Theater.
Oh, that's the Ha Ha Cafe of the Northwest.
No, I heard it was Flappers, dude. And December 6th in Seattle, Washington. It's on my website, thefulcharge.com.
Oh, fuck. This is a podcast. I forgot. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah,
goofing
no.
off for these guys.
No.
I'm in Australia and New Zealand all month. Fuck, come out and see me.
That's why you're retired, dude.
Yes.
Well, I thought I was retired sitting up here.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Australia is gonna
Oh,
be
fuck.
fun.
It's a podcast. You thought you were promoting tour dates to
I thought I was just
people.
goofing on some poor kids that are going to feel bad about what I said.
No, Doug,
Is
you
there
were
any place
great.
we can buy Doug Stanhope T-shirts?
No. We have them, but we don't sell them. We hoard them. We're hoarders of our own merch. Go fuck yourself. Try to find one.
Paul, what do you got coming up?
I'll be appearing on at Tam Pham Comedy. I'll be doing my big prostitution bit.
Yeah.
And I got nothing coming up. I'm fucking here doing this. What am I doing?
I love it.
Dusty fucking, what's his last name?
Dusty what?
Lester.
Dusty Lester.
Occasionally I look over and he still has that evil
Yeah.
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 look on his face. He's
Yeah.
never laughed once.
Yeah,
I
this-
used
You may have promoted those dates too soon.
Usually you can appeal to their ego, and you mention that, and they're like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird when
he's fucking. He's
flicking you off with 2 fingers.
There's a deep thing in him.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
It's gonna be weird when he hangs himself by that Dane Cook T-shirt tonight.
Oh, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be him.
It's gonna be like the opopposite of Robin Williams.
There's a lot of
you know what I mean?
No, there's people that will die, but he'll be the guy with the happy, smiley, mugshot.
There's a lot of rope and masking tape in his trunk.
Yeah. All right, I'm leaving before him. Play the outro.
Thank you so much. Kevin Lee Light is on Twitter at Kevin Lee Light. Thank you everybody who signed up, who took part. We are going to Toronto. We'll see you guys. Thank you, live audience. How about that? Thank you, live audience, for coming out. So much fun. Bye. Kimberly Congdon, Sarah Weinstein, everybody. Doug Stanhope. Tone.